Here, day 5 for the Spoils of Dungeons & Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realm. This is the perfect set for those of you that like Magic the Gathering and Dungeons & Dragons. Let's start! Paladin Shield for 1 and 1 white, artifact equipment, has flash and has the benefit attached to target creature control, equip creature get +0/+2, equip for 3. Silver Raven for 1 blue, it's a 1/1, flying enters the battlefield, scry 1. Sepulchral Gaul for 1 and 1 black, it's a 2/1, sacrifice another creature, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn, activate only once each turn. Price of Loyalty 2 and 1 red, it's a sorcery, gain control of target creature until end of turn, untap that creature, it gains haste until end of turn. If mana from a treasure was spent to cast this spell, that creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. It's an upgraded act of treason. Direwolf Prowler 2 and 1 green, it's a 2/2, for 1 and 1 green, it gets +2/+2 and gain haste until end of turn, activate only once each turn. Vampire Spawn 2 and 1 black, it's a 2/3, enters the battlefield, each opponent loses to life and you gain to life. Ingenious Smith for 1 and 1 white, it's a 1/1, enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library, you may reveal an artifact card among them and put it into your hand. Whenever one or more artifact enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on it. This ability triggers only once each turn. Trickster Talisman for 1 blue, artifact equipment, a quick creature gets +1/+1 and has, whenever this creature does combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. If you do, create a token that's a copy of this creature, equip for 2. Split the Party 3 and 2 blue, it's a sorcery, choose target player, return half the creature they control to their owner's hands, round it up. Blue Dragon 5 and 2 blue, it's a 5/5, flying. When it enters the battlefield until your next turn, target creature an opponent controls gets -3/-0, up to 1 other target creature gets -2/-0, and up to 1 other target creature gets -1/-0. Reaper's Talisman for 1 black, artifact equipment. Whenever a quick creature attacks, it gains that touch until end of turn. Whenever a quick creature attacks alone, defending player loses to life and you gain to life, equip for 2. Magic Missile 1 and 2 red, it's a sorcery, the spell can be countered, these 2 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2 or 3 targets. You meet in a tavern 2 and 2 green, it's a sorcery, you choose one, look at the top 5 cards of your library, you may reveal any number of creature cards among them and put it into your hand. Or creatures you control get +2/+2 until end of turn. Demogorgon's Clutches 2 and 1 black, it's a sorcery, target opponent discards 2 cards, mills 2 cards and loses to life. Now it's the turn of classes. In Dungeons & Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realm, there are these new type of enchantment called classes. Yesterday I showed you some of them, today I'm going to show you the rest. And if you want to learn more how these type of enchantment classes are played, I did a tutorial explaining step by step how you can level up. Druid class for 1 and 1 green, level 1, whenever a land enters the battlefield under control you gain 1 life. Level 2 for 2 and 1 green, you may play an additional land on each of your turns. Level 3 for 4 and 1 green, when this class becomes level 3, target land you control becomes a creature with haste and this creature's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control, it's still a land. Paladin class for 1 white, level 1, spells your opponent casts during your turn cost 1 more to cast. Level 2, 2 and 1 white, creatures you control get +1/+1. Level 3, 4 and 1 white, whenever you attack until end of turn, target attacking creature get +1/+1 for each other attacking creature and gains double strike. Ranger's class for 1 and 1 green, enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token, that's level 1. Level 2 for 1 and 1 green, whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. Level 3, 3 and 1 green, you may look at the top card of your library, you may cast the creature spells from the top of your library. Sorcerer's class 1 blue and 1 red, enters the battlefield, draw 2 cards then discard 2 cards. 1 blue and 1 red, it's level 2. Creatures you control have tap, add 1 blue or red mana, spend this mana only to cast instant or sorcery spell or to gain a class level. 3, 1 red and 1 blue, it's level 3. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, that spell deals damage to each opponent equal to the number of instants and sorcery spells you've casted this turn. Monk class for 1 white and 1 blue, level 1, the second spell you cast each turn costs 1 less to cast. 1 blue and 1 white, it's level 2. When this class becomes level 2, return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. For 1 blue and 1 white, it's level 3. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library for as long as it remains exiled. You may cast this card from exile as long as you've cast another spell this turn. Rogue class for 1 blue and 1 black, level 1. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, exile the top card of that player's library face down. You may look at it as long as it remains exiled. Level 2 for 1 blue and 1 black, creatures control have menace. Level 3, 2, 1 blue and 1 black, you may play cards exiled with Rogue class and you may spend mana though it were mana of any color to cast those spells. Fighter's class 1 red and 1 white, level 1, When it enters the battlefield, search your library for an equipment card, reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle. Level 2, for 1 red and 1 white, equip abilities you activate cost 2 less to activate. Level 3, 1 red and 1 white, whenever a creature you control attacks, up to 1 target creature blocks it combat if able. Hobgoblin Bandit Leader for 1 and 2 red, it's a 2/3. Other goblins you control get +1/+1, therefore this is a Goblin Lord. For 1 red, tap, it deals damage equal to the number of goblins that enter the battlefield under your control, this way to any target. Teleportation Circle for 3 and 1 white, enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, exile up to 1 target artifact or creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. This is a very interesting card, especially has synergy with certain creatures or artifact that has an E.N.D ability, that is an enter the battlefield ability. Mind Flare 3 and 2 blue, it's a 3/3. When it enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature as long as you control Mind Flare. Wastegate Regent 3 and 2 black, it's a 4/4. It has ward, discard a card. This combat damage to a player, you may put that many +1/+1 counters on it. Treasure Vault, tap and add 1 colorless XX, tap, sacrifice it, create X treasure tokens. Mythic cards, Limerick Desert Doom 3 and 2 blue, it's a 5/5 legendary creature, dragon, flying, has ward 4 as long as it's untapped. Whenever this combat damage to a player, draw a card, then if you have fewer than 3 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference. In simple words, if you don't have cards in hand, you will draw 3 cards. The Book of Exalted Deed, 3 white, legendary artifact. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain 3 or more life this turn, create a 3/3 white angel creature token with flying. 3 white, tap, exile it, put an alignment counter on target angel. It gains, you can't lose the game and your opponent can't win the game. Activate only as a sorcery. Basically, you will tap and exile this artifact and you will make a platinum angel. That was the last card for this particular day 5 spoilers of Dungeons and Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realm. Tune in tomorrow for the last couple of days of spoilers and subscribe to my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.